This just in. Beep, 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 beep.
All right, so we have some new information for you about the stolen boat. We kept listening in on the net all day and met up later with people at Ron Azul's, the restaurant, where everyone was talking about it and saying what they think that they should do about it, because they hunted down the clue, they found the boat that was seen towing the other boat. They asked questions there, and then they were running out of gas, so they asked for a volunteer to take them to their next clue location, and someone volunteered, and they went out and found the boat without the motor, completely stripped, and asked for it back, basically, or like, what are you doing with this boat? And the people there asked for $150 for that boat. Now they didn't want to pay that because it's their property already, so they've decided that they're going to ask the police about it, and then they came on the net asking for how to write a police report. What do you do? Does anybody know? And everyone's response was like, we'll see you at Ron Azul's, we'll talk about it there. So unfortunately, that's what happened, and they haven't found the motor. Apparently it's been stripped. The newest information is that a couple was offered parts of a 75 horsepower motor, and that was like the biggest clue, because 75 horsepower motors are not very common around here, and so it was pretty easy to pick up that that was not something that was like,
Yeah. Pretty intense. Intense day full of clues.
Yeah, and then the boat in question also was across the way from someone else who knew the people and doesn't think that they're shifty people at all, and that they maybe just came across this abandoned boat, that maybe the people that took the motor and all the gas just let the casing of the boat kind of float away, and these people found it and took it to their house, and now, since they saw so many foreigners around, they were like, maybe we can make some money. So someone's going to go there and try and reason with the people who have the boat in possession right now, so that the police don't have to come on over, because here you have to pay for your policeman's gas if you want him to come out.
Exactly.
So that was really interesting to find out, and it was just like a fun mystery to learn about. Obviously it wasn't so fun for the person that it happened to, but it was just really interesting for us to see everyone working together to help solve this and really work as a community. And we remembered like neighborhood watch of like, it's 6 o'clock, do you know where your children are? And stuff like that.
It's 8:30 a.m. Do you know where your ponga is?
Yeah. So we
being stripped for parts and sold down the bay.
Yeah.
And drifted out in the ocean.
Yeah,
we learned that it's not very advantageous to try and resell the boat. The actual hull of the boat, as opposed to like the motor, you can just take, sell for parts, blah blah blah. But the actual boat part, you would have to sand off the name, completely repaint it, change some of the interior, like if there are seats, take some out, reposition, and that's just a lot of work that you have to do in a really fast turnover time to not get caught with the boat on your property. And so I feel like that's also a reason why these people wouldn't just have stolen the boat and just have it tied up to their dock, because that's one of the things that they actually said is like, that's our boat, and they're like, well, we went out and rescued it from the ocean, like it was just drifting there, so $150 please. And they're like,
finder's fee type of thing.
Yeah, exactly. So it's still in question. The mystery is not quite solved, but it may never be. It's just a matter of how and when and if.
And it's just getting people
what
thinking.
Will be returned.
Yeah, it's getting people thinking about like locking up their boat, like we lock up our gas. Oh, speaking of our boat, we had some little trouble with the little cricket.
Cricket hiccuped.
Hiccuped a lot.
It sounded like this.
Yeah, it did not sound good, but we were almost at our house, and Dave and Linda, our neighbors, were right beside, like a minute behind us, so we just, what do you say, side by each?
Yep.
I say side by side.
Thanks, Concord. Learned that.
And so we just went alongside them, got towed to our dock, called on the net, the regular maintenance guy in the area, and he's going to come take a look at
yeah.
it tomorrow. So we don't really have to worry. We'll put some oil in it, and hopefully it's just like some little minor problem
or something. So
yeah.
Could be a culmination of how many. Oh, we also went through the timeline with Lori of the people that house sat in this house, and there were 12 different groups of people.
Yeah,
which is insane. So
there's been a lot of house sitters. So
yeah.
It's amazing that boat is still
has lasted for so long. Yeah, exactly. So it went everything from like apparently some of the first house sitters were the nephew of the house owners, and they were like pulling each other around and like wakeboarding and everything around, and I'm like looking at this boat, at this motor, and being like, that sucker used to pull wakeboards. Like, I don't believe it.
Yeah, we just do like basic trips like to town and to Ron and Zool's and to like boats and friends in the neighborhood. Mm-hmm. Speaking of friends in the neighborhood,
we have one less boat in the bay.
We have a
gone
bamboo-sized hole
in the bay.
Yep.
So, yeah, they relocated to a different spot, a favorite of theirs, with lots of snorkeling and lots more privacy and seclusion and all sorts of things.
If you're wondering who they are, we showed a picture on yesterday's blog of their boat, and they were the ones who took us into town.
Exactly. So again, the boat that stole our hearts.
Yeah.
But so yeah, we radioed them and was just like, hey, hope it all went well. And they're like, come out, we'd love to see you.
Yeah.
All sorts of things. And, so
they said they'll be back in the bay too.
Yeah.
So we look forward to that.
Yep. Exactly. So.
All right.
So yeah.
Good night. Sweet dreams. Jungle love.
Until tomorrow.